regarding public speaking, okay, it is one of the most important skills to have for any business owner.
Incredibly important.
And people like Warren Buffett say, what did he say? What's that percentage he said?
Warren Buffett says that if you take a public speaking course and implement what you learned, obviously, that you are about 50% more valuable to your company or your own career.
That's the biggest, best investor out there. Like, you don't get better.
He is the most prolific investor we've known, probably of all time.
Yeah.
And he says his best investment that he ever made in his life was taking a public speaking course. For those who have taken lessons, like, say, golf lessons.
Yep.
A good golf coach will emphasize what you do well. And what you do not so well will fade away generally. We do the same thing.
I see. Yeah, I hear that all the time. You focus on your strengths. Really, don't focus on your weaknesses so much because, right? Is that true?
Because it'll get in your head. If you're focusing on your weaknesses, you can't focus. Your brain can only hold so much data at any given time. You can't focus on your positives at that point, your strengths.
Yeah.
And that's what you want to look at. So when you're talking to people, what do you hear from people about public speaking and what makes them nervous or what they're going through? Is there anything in particular?
Yeah. People are always, they're very scared of it a lot of times, and their palms sweat and they don't know what to say. They get caught up with words.
Right.
You know, we're told to look over the crowd.
Yeah, that's wrong.
See them in their underwear.
Oh, that's definitely wrong.
That's wrong, too. You don't want to see some people.
No, and the thing about public speaking, one of the greatest things you can use to your advantage is connecting with people. Because if you don't connect with them, they're going to their phones, they're daydreaming, they're falling asleep or whatever. You have to engage them. And when people say, well, look above them, you won't be nervous, you're just as nervous, and you know you're not engaging them.
Yeah.
And once you know you're not engaging them, you get even more nervous because you've lost them. So people will say, yeah, I'm nervous. What should I do? And someone comes up to them and gives them advice that just makes it worse.
Yeah. So what do you suggest? What's your number one nugget? What do you do? You're nervous. What do you do?
Be prepared.
I love it. I knew you were going to say that because I listened to one of your other segments and I was like, yes, I know he's going to say it, but I'm not going to take the line from him. So be prepared.
Be prepared. What can go wrong? Here's what people say. Well, I'll forget part of it. Yes, you will.
So what?
So what?
Yeah.
It happens. It probably wasn't the most important part. Of course, whatever we do skip, we sit down and go, oh my God, that was the most important part.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't. We just feel bad that we missed it. I gave a presentation recently and I sat down and did that very same thing. I said, oh, I skipped this one point. I wish I had included it. And then I was talking to my wife about it and she said, did it make any difference? I said, none whatsoever.
Perfect.
You know, so you be prepared. What's the worst that can happen? Well, you think of leadership development. You can't be a leader if you can't communicate with those who have to follow you.
True.
It's as simple as that. So when corporations will look at leadership development and engagement with the rest of their company, that C-suite, those middle tier managers have to be able to communicate. They have to be able to convey their messages, convey their ideas. You can have the best ideas in the world. If you can't convey them to your particular audience, your listeners, your subordinates, whoever it may be,
Yeah.
it doesn't make a difference.